End this game. Penguin Random House terminated deals with Sussexes due to publication of Scobie's book. No one could doubt his dedication to his craft or the fabulous flexibility with which he approaches it, but it appears that the process takes its toll on Omid Scobie, who announced this week that his next book would reveal moments that the royal family should be ashamed of. I can disclose that Scobie, to whom, after initial denials, Meghan Markle admitted passing information to while he was co-authoring his debut book Finding Freedom, has fallen foul of the authorities at Companies House. Noting that both the accounts and annual return for Scobie's publishing company, Meyou Ltd, are late, it has issued a strike-off notice against it. However, according to a claim, the publication of Omid Scobie's book Endgame has been pushed back to allow the writers to include information about the Coronation. Moreover, Harry recently feeds Omid juicy bits about what has been going on behind the scenes, a la Finding Freedom, as Harry and Meghan owe him for essentially perjuring himself to protect them to sell it to Companies House, which makes Penguin Random House burn with fury. So that Penguin Random House's CEO has raised his voice to announce that the company will end deals with the Sussexes because they breached the contract, because Harry found to have given valuable information to a rival publisher. What kind of behind-the-scenes juicy info could he offer? More like behind the feather? He's poisoned to the royal family, he has no information, no contacts, nothing. No one will talk to him. It's all info provided by Harry and Meghan. He could tell us how he pissed off his cousin with his obnoxious comments and gestures about her pregnant belly. He doesn't only want a documentary about misinformation, he wants the government to regulate it and prohibit it if necessary. You know, he doesn't believe in that bonkers First Amendment. Not long ago, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have reportedly signed a 4-book deal with Penguin Random House. Prince Harry recently revealed he's set to release a memoir in late 2022, and it has now been reported the Duke and his wife, Meghan, are set to write 3 further books for the publisher. A source told the Daily Mail newspaper the final contract was actually a 4-book deal, with Harry writing another. Meghan will write a wellness-type book, and people are unsure what the 4th will be. However, a separate insider told Page 6 that there is only one memoir planned by Harry, which is the one already announced. Harry said his memoir would be a first-hand account of his life so far, and the prince would touch on his mistakes he has made and the lessons that he's learned. In a statement, he said, "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man that I have become." Besides, earlier this month, we reported on the surprising news that Meghan Markle's podcast had been canceled by Spotify after just 1 season. It was an embarrassing PR snafu for Meghan and husband Prince Harry, the latest in a long line of setbacks that started back in January with the publication of Harry's memoir. The couple's popularity has been on the decline ever since, and one poll indicates that Harry and Meghan's approval ratings are at an all-time low. Yeah, media outlets measure the Sussexes' approval ratings as though they were politicians, and not the pseudo-figureheads turned private citizens that they really are. Not surprisingly, Harry and Meghan's harshest critics are having a field day with the couple's recent downturn. Earlier this week, UK tabloid The Guardian published a piece in which the couple was roasted to a crisp over their train wreck podcast career. Quote, "One podcast idea seriously mooted by Harry was to make an entire series about childhood trauma. Not just his own trauma, because he's obviously got enough mileage out of that elsewhere, but the trauma of a group best described as world baddies." Heritage went on to quote a Bloomberg piece in which the following claim was made. Harry would interview a procession of controversial guests such as Vladimir Putin, Mark Zuckerberg, and Donald Trump about their early formative years and how those experiences resulted in the adults they are today. This is the best idea in all of history, convincing a fleet of powerful and dangerous men to abandon every instinct that brought them to power in the first place, so that they can discuss how sad they are about never being hugged by their fathers. Sadly, perhaps because Vladimir Putin has been too busy threatening the world with nuclear annihilation to discuss how badly he got bullied at school, the project came to naught. And Heritage isn't the only one who's been heaping criticism on the Sussexes in recent weeks. Needless to say, it's been a tough couple of weeks for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.